And if you're watching this right now, it means that you're watching my live stream post-production. That means it's getting traction. That's good. If not, then I'm all alone. Here, ready to practice the intro to our show. I'm putting on a show every day, you might say. I am playing a live-action role-playing game where I am the quest master, similar to a game master but slightly different. A conductor of our experience, a narrator, a storyteller, and an observer. Oh, what happened? So, let us see how this story unfolds. One moment as I make my adjustments. Into the eye of the beholder. Oh, something's turning off. It doesn't like it. I wonder if it's too intense. Let's try it again. Oh, it's Sarah Binderton. Good morning. How are you doing? You found me here at the party. Let's try the intro one more time. Into the eye of the beholder. My piano keeps turning off. You see, I'm using the synth, and I think I have it plugged into a battery that might have too many things in it right now. I think that might be the issue. But that's okay. Maybe I'll fix that another time. Atmosphere is strong today, yeah. Ooh, well, I have heard about clouds in the atmosphere. Let's try it one more time. I really want to do this. Into the eye. It keeps turning off. Okay. Do we give up on it or do we keep trying? I don't know. Well, recently, we've been developing story cards from prior sessions. So since Sarah Bintine is here, I will read you off. Through clouds bearing storm, the questers of Mordenkainen's Eye have begun their quest to explore the dream world. They notice that their observations are the structure upon which dreams take their form. So in this dream world of ours that we are creating, whatever we put our attention on, whatever we observe, that's what takes form. And that means that you can create this world with me, this game that we're playing. Let's do that. That's a little better. In a moment, we're going to go on a quest to the chrysalis. So if you want to join me, you're welcome to do so. You'll be hopping in my portable office, and we will zoom over to another land. The ancient Stoics said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Oh my goodness, the questing power is strong with this one. Marty McFly, it is good to have you. And Asia, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today we are on a quest. And we're going to try this piano of mine, this synth that I've been trying to do, it's not working. So we're going to turn that off. And we're going to turn on the lights. Or no. Actually, I think before we do, let's take a look at what's been forming. As I said, when you're playing the game of Mordenkainen's Eye, your observations help us develop the game. As James Myers knows here very well. He has been playing for some time. Recently, we were exploring, do you remember the dreams, James? Something about chasing storms, right? Well, we are in a bit of a storm today, and new creatures have emerged in our dream world. These do not yet have a name. They do not yet have a story, but that is part of what we are creating today. Our routine has changed a little bit. So instead of going to our broadcasting station, we're going to go straight to the chrysalis. So anybody who is ready to join us on our quest today, come along. Also, if you do give me a like, after 20 likes, I'll do a backflip. So that's just a fun little game that we've been doing since the beginning. Before we do so, though, I think it's time that we get the card of the day. Or at least we draw one card, maybe a quest prompt to lead us on our way. Marty McFly said that the impediment to action advances action, and what stands in the way becomes the way. This means that perhaps today is a challenge, a battle game, I think, may ensue, we'll see. But we must first learn who these creatures are that we have observed from our prior dreams. So we will look at our cards today and see what it says. We have the 10 of spades, and the quote says, what does it say here? Do not hold back your love, your joy, and your exuberance. Only what you give becomes your quality, not what you hold back. On this journey where we are facing obstacles, where we are facing challenges, Sadhguru reminds us that what we bring to the table defines who we are. Troy was the one who first opened up our battle games at the dog park because Troy is a fighter. Troy is a dog park lover, apparently. But we will see where today's goes because we must learn about these creatures and who they are. Creatures born in the observation of storms. So let us go on a journey, my friends. You can hear the engines roaring. And we are in my portable office now. Let us head over to our destination, the chrysalis. In the meantime, you may notice that under the battle game logo, still working on that. I lost my stand, by the way. Under the battle game logo, it says mordekinseye.com and mordekinseye@gmail. These are how you contact me to progress the quest. Okay, guys. Oh, I almost forgot my routine cards. This is the whole reason we're here. But we're building a routine. So here we go. Out the door and to the chrysalis. These transition periods are going to be the roughest. Most transition periods are. In a transition, the old is passing away and the new is coming into being. So, every day when I play my quest, we are transitioning. It's okay that it's a little chaotic. It's okay that the seas are rough. The sands of time change all things, so we are here to adapt with it. We are not here for everything to be perfect, for everything to be smooth. We are here to learn to surf the seas of time, to sail on them, you might say. And we are here to learn how to navigate life together. Mordekinseye is on a quest to solve real-world problems, and to do so through the playing of games. So we will see how we do that today. Now, we are not here to solve world hunger in a day. We are here to solve the issue of distraction and attention. So many things want your time, attention, and energy. There are so many voices out there, including mine, that are asking for it. Well, what I am here to do is not simply to take your attention. I am here to point our attention collectively at a common goal. Today we are here to create the dream world. And yes, thank you, James, the Wi-Fi. Starting our day at the broadcasting station, we are first here to learn a little bit more about the dream world and to create it together. These little creatures were born from yesterday's conversations. We will see how today's conversations go. And As a part of our routine, we do want to pause and slow down for a moment. In the chrysalis, we are not here to rush through life. What happens in a chrysalis? Inside of a chrysalis, an identity goes in, a little caterpillar. But then that identity dies. It's no longer a caterpillar, right? That caterpillar goes through a death and a rebirth. And the chrysalis is where we take some time to rest in that possibility for ourselves. We're here to slow things down. We're here to pause. And we are here to focus our attention on what we are bringing to the table. Just as Sadhguru said, what you give out, that becomes your quality. The flower, for example, bears sweetness within it, and it gives it out. So we consider the flower fragrant. We consider the flower sweet. Today is a day where we observe, what are we bringing to the table? Well, we play this game seriously, but we also play it sillily. We are not here to be overly serious. We are here to have some fun. And so today, as we slow down, as we pause life on the daily live of Mordekin's Eye, we are on a quest to create a game that solves real-world problems. It is the philosophy of Mordekin's Eye that play and work, when merged together, is the highest form of intelligence. Tell you what, friends, I was telling my kid yesterday that sometimes I feel exceptionally dumb. I know that I try to be smart. I try to do intelligent things, but I feel dumb. And what I'm noticing every day as I play the game of life is that slowing things down and taking time to really take in the experience and learn is how I develop. So enough of my blabbering, enough of my speech. Let's continue today's quest. In my quest, we draw 3 cards a day, and I would love for someone to draw today's card. We had the 10 of spades, which I drew. I took my own personal action, but now as members of my guild, because if you give me your attention, you're a part of my guild, I ask you, would you like a card? And yes, Sarah, Serbin. Is that how we call it? Serbin. Serbin der Bintine. Oh, Serbin der Bintine. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to take a moment to appreciate the fact that you're here with me. Some of you have been with me from the beginning. Some of you are just joining. Ah, perfect pronunciation. Finally. Thank you, James, for helping me. Serbin der Bintine. What does this name mean? Serbin der Bintine. Good morning, Bishop. It is good to have you. We just got out of my home. We did the intro, but my synth wasn't working, and today we are pausing. Sadhguru reminds us that what we bring to the table, the quality that we give, that's how others see us. So if we're angry, they'll see us as an angry person. If we're kind, kindness will be our quality. And today, I take on a quality of my own, for I am a giver of quests. Questmaster Mordekin at your service. I am here for the giving of quests and the playing of games. I am here to create a game that solves real-world problems. And one of the problems that we are here to solve is the problem of attention, and there being so many distractions. We're here to pause and stay for a while, to see where this goes, to see if this is something for us. So let's begin our game with Serbin. My cat's name is Serbin, so that's why I said that. Serbin, and let's draw a quest card. We will look at this together. So I'm going to move you into the viewer position of the office. We'll see. We have the 10 of spades. The next card, oh, another 10. A day of gathering. So 2 10s means that we are talking about gathering together today, which makes sense because little creatures have joined our ranks. Creatures, I believe, that are connected to your dream, Bishop. These are creatures that came from a realm of storms, and hence they have clouds on the bottom of them. The card of the day says search for or attend an event that connects you with the people you love. Well, the bishop comes from a place of a church, and I kind of have something to confess. I am one who, I love church. I went to church my whole life as a boy, and I don't anymore because the church just didn't feel right anymore. Something needed to change. And I realized that if I wanted to see that change in the world, I needed to become the change. I think I heard someone say that once, a very famous person. I'm sure you know. Search for or attend an event that connects you with people you love. My confession, my friends, is that I am here to create a church. A little bit. A personal church. Here, where I just show you my life, my way of thinking. I show you my inner world. I go into my chrysalis, and I go into the deepest part of who I am. I have fun, and I pursue my main quest. My quest is what that's about. And it is time for us soon to pick the card of the day, but we need another card. Anybody else want to draw one? Anybody else want to take that opportunity? That's cool. Do you like my little flagpole? Isn't that neat? It's a magnet that's retractable, so it's like a pointer stick. But there we go. It's a little flag. Malachi, yes. Let us draw a card and see what tasks we accomplish. Do a task today that will help you feel better prepared for tomorrow. Bishop, what are the small ways that you can help yourself feel ahead of life? Let's pause and think about that for a moment. What is it that you can do that will help you feel better prepared for tomorrow? Will you please do that? If you do, then we will find ourselves closer to where we're getting to go. We're on a journey, my friends. We're on a journey with Mordecai's Eye to create a live-action role-playing game that solves real-world problems. And right now, the problem we're solving is the problem of our attention. What is our attention on? What in the dream world will develop? Because today, we found these little creatures that came from our dreams. To stop thinking so darn negatively and think positively, I need to get over this could have been above me for years. Okay. I need to get over this cloud that has been above me for years. Okay, well, look, these little creatures are they have a tiny belief now. They popped their head above the clouds. Can you see that? Just like you, Bishop. And we are eventually going to send them into the city to carry the messages of the dream world. These are messengers. And the messengers are going into the city to carry the messages of what we are deciding to do. So the wise one, he kind of looks like a guru, right? He looks like their leader, don't you think? I think it's almost character creation time, guys. I think our card of the day is the one of diamonds. The secret to your future is hidden in your daily routine. Look at that, the collective. So why are we playing this game every day? We're playing this game every day to do exactly that, Bishop. All leaders need a cool hat. Well, not necessarily, right? Maybe. Maybe he's not a leader. I don't know. There's something about the baldness that means something. Like his hat is the heavens, right? His hat is so big that it won't fit on his head. He lives in his hat. Like the bigger the hat, the more important, right?
So he has the biggest hat because he let go of his hat and he let that go a long way. Yes, hats are important, but for him, the universe is his hat. He is a wise sage because Sadhguru is the one who came to us today. Do not hold back your love, your joy, and your exuberance. Only what you give becomes your quality, not what you hold back. So today, my friends, we are going to be looking for or attending events where we can connect with the people we love. Today, you are connecting with me in my little church. And to show you that this was kind of the direction I was feeling all along, I will take you over to my hyper sigil, where we see the chrysalis. Do you see it? And it has a little cross above it, and it's a little beacon. So this is an image of what I am intending to do. The mushroom man is down there doing some stuff, and he comes out of the chrysalis, and he goes on a bus ride with a secret message beaconing out to Albuquerque. It's like a little pool in the land of legend, myth, story. Here we are picking up on the signals and sending them into the city. So that's what we're going to be doing. And yes, you are doing that right now. So what does that mean, James? It means that we talk about the other elements of life, because life isn't just fun and roses. It's also things like competition, fighting, and collecting power levels. My friends, we got a card of the day today, so we will take that. And in our routine, we are moving over to the table of our creation with the card of the day here. This is coming along. Can you feel the smoothness developing as we practice these routines? So let us think today. You have to think for yourself. I can't tell you what to do. You know what you need to do to prepare for tomorrow, right, Bishop? You know what you need to do. Maybe not yet, but you will if you stay in that place, if you think about what really matters to you. And today might be the time that you meet with people you love. Maybe this is your little church. Maybe you're going to come to church with me every day. I go to church every day. I need it every day. And my church is inside the chrysalis, where I am creating who I am, and I'm creating the world around me. I'm deciding who I want to be and where I want to go with my life. That's why I come in here. I want to become a person who creates a game that solves real world problems. And so that's the routine we're on. So routine number 1 is done. We have done our role play. We have cultivated our gratitude. I don't know. Maybe this is more routine number 2. These routines will develop over time. I have done my quests here, so let's track our power levels and move on. So James, you got a power level today because you're meeting with the people you love, right? So if you want to play this game on your side of things, please do so. This is how you keep track of... I think what I'm doing is I'm teaching you how to be a quest master, honestly, if you stay along here, because that's what the job role I'm creating. So this is kind of job training if you want to, or you can just help me create the game. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. I did my first routine today. So we are doing... What were we doing? Character creation, right? Let me see that routine. With the My Quest game, I have made routine cards, and this is part of how your routine turns into seed activities. We'll go over that another day. We are here to set up the chrysalis, welcome and greet regulars, and create the dream world. So we are on to the dream world section, my friends. Let's do that. Let's create the dream world. Tell me about your dreams, everybody. We have these creatures who are peering above the clouds, as Bishop Malachi said. Right? That's what they're doing. We're creating this together, you see, friends? And what are they looking for? What did you say it was you were looking for? What are you looking for, Malachi? What does your heart desire? Ooh, haha, I know where the sage sits. Here's a mountain. He sits up here on the mountain. I thought that was pretty dope. Yes, and your emails too, man. Those have been so helpful for me. Thank you for sending me those emails. This this world creation, my friends, is actually going pretty well. Like, it's coming alive. And it's coming alive because I'm paying attention to it. We got more. Do we need all of them? I think we need all of them. So here are our creatures. We don't have to name all of them. If we want to name one, we can, but this is a team who has come to us from the dream world, from the storms, to become bright and happy above those clouds again. So maybe this is what we're believing in. I don't know. Let's go back to our card of the day. What are small ways you can help yourself feel ahead of life's pressures? So pressure is a big part of the difficulty, right? It's that whole thing when there's enough stress that, I don't know, when there's so much stress, we get overwhelmed. So what are we here to do? We are here to calm down. Calm the F down, as they say. As we say in my family has been learning to calm down. And yes, intentions precede creation. Love it. Well, that's what Sadhguru was talking about. So what kind of qualities do we want to bring to the table, Bishop? So brightness, illumination, that's a theme of the quest. So maybe, look, they have little sparkles in them, little dreams, little ideas. They have like ideas in them. I like this guy's eye. This guy is in the cloud. He is looking in the cloud. The cloud is also something that relates to things like artificial intelligence, information. We're kind of, if you think about it, in the cloud right now, right? Like this information, this data is being stored somewhere. This experience is being captured for all to see, for anyone who wants to see it. And I think that's part of what I'm coming here for today, is I'm realizing that there is I don't know, this is a time to slow down, to pause, to think about what we want to bring to the table, and then create it. That's what we're here to do. And I think that's what these guys are here to do too. So what kind of names do you think that they have? Like, what do we call these guys? They obviously relate to clouds, stones, mountains. These are polished stones that have gone through many cycles of the grinder. So if you see, they're very smooth, and they feel really calming and smooth to the touch. If we're here to slow down, maybe these stones are here to remind others to slow down. And do what? Gather with the people you love. So search for or attend an event that connects you with the people you love. So that's what they're here. Yeah, I was getting a call. I think Zero is going somewhere. So let's go see what's going on. Oh, they're saying bye. So everyone, this is Quester Papa Daddy and Quester Zero. So hello. They are taking off to the land of Albuquerque, where we will be sending our dream creatures in the time to come.
Nice to see you all.
See you around. Okay, once again, the chrysalis. I don't have a big cross on top. I don't know if I ever will. Bishop, what do you think? Should we put a cross on top of that thing? You've been here so long. I mean, I think you're basically part of building this church. This is my little church, guys. It's a cabin in the mountains where I work on myself. And I show you what I'm doing. And thank you for joining me while you work on yourself. You do you. I'm going to do me over here. Let's see. Ethereals, watchers, dreamers, all possible names. Okay. So let's do this. Let me get a pen. The ethereals. I did hear the ether. I like the ether. But with me, I'm a real rebel. I'm a fighter. I have a hard time doing something that's already been done. I want to change everything. I want to reinvent everything. What time and days do you do your live streams? James, can you help out with that question? Some questions, I think over time, if our chat grows, I'm probably going to have some people answer questions so that I can keep the process rolling. It's actually really easy to answer, so I'll answer it. But in the future, we meet here generally around the hour of 9 Mountain Time. So that's where I go to church every day around 9. I come to my little church here. And yeah, that's kind of a confession that I have to make, that I want to, this is how I'm going to fulfill this card every day. This is my routine. And I'm teaching you with this card game how I am building my own routine. I'm playing a game that helps me build my routine and helps me tune in to, you might say, the frequency, the quality, the nature I want to be on. So I'm on a path, and if you want to walk that path, this is how I'm doing it. I'm just showing you. And I'm having fun, and I hope that you have fun also. So, where were we? An eye with beams of light coming out is a nice symbol, something about reaching out to the world and perception. Set notifications, totally worth the time to reflect. Yeah, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to peer into our subconscious, okay? We're here to illuminate. Okay, this is church time, so I'm being real. Where did he go? Illuminate the egregore. This is the egregore, my friends. The Eldritch Angel. James, do you know who this represents in this little game, in this church? This thing that I do every day? This is Mordenkainen's Eye. And Mordenkainen's Eye is the Eldritch Angel. It's a confession I have to make. I'm telling you all for the first time. There's a part of me who feels connected to something bigger than me. And the best thing that I can do with that connection is observe myself and others growing and leveling up, you might say. So to me, life is kind of like a game. And I don't mean that lightheartedly. It can get pretty intense in this game, don't get me wrong. But still, I look at life and I see that there is an intelligence that operates. There is a natural order to things. There is an observer, whatever you might call it. And in some way, it's all of us. We're creating this experience together. And so this isn't just me, it's also you. It's my connection to you, and we are creating things. So yes, takes notes. Thank you, James. Any note takers would be great, especially when we are building these worlds and creatures together. So they're observing. What are we observing? The ether lords? I don't know. Something about me loves dominion. And I am here to fight. I'm here to play battle games. See, like, look at this. I'm here to play battle games. I'm here to fight for what I love. And what I love is the people. I love the people. Not necessarily the city. The city's like a place where people go. But it's not necessarily the perfect demonstration of who people are. It's just an element of it. It's a place where, when I look at the city, I look at a city, I feel this energy here on my table. So this is my crafting table, and this is the darkness. There's like a poison, a darkness, and that's right around the hue of blue and reddish, kind of. And it's what I call the egregore. So we're illuminating. I want to bring the quality of illumination to the table. How about you guys? I want to illuminate life. I want to bring attention to illumination to the fact that on some level, we're kind of all the same. We all come from the same source. And one of the best things that anybody can do with their time, search for or attend a place where there's people you love. And that's kind of what mountaintops are, right? We got this guy. He's like the wise sage. When I found this guy, he's like, oh, I have climbed on top of the mountain. He's like, I am the best of the best. And at the top of the mountain, where I'm better than everyone, I'm actually just the same as you. Look at this guy. Actually, this guy's pretty cool. He's even above me because he can hold me up. So I don't know. These tops of mountain peaks, it's not like we're here to be better than anyone. It's not, we're just want to pay more attention to. We want to make dread ethereals. Oh, I love that. Because it's the dominion. It's the, these guys are the best. They're the best at this, so let's just take their word for it. You know, they carry this message that what you bring to the table, that's really who you are, right? Don't hold back your love, your joy. Love brightly. And so what are we here to do? So this is like an action card, right? The secret to your future is hidden in your daily routine. Build a routine. What are we here to do routinely? So what are small ways you can help yourself feel ahead of life's pressures? What simple tasks can be done today that will relieve stress? Well, slowing down. So can we make slowing down a routine? I mean, it kind of makes sense. Rocks slow down. They just kind of sit. That's their spirit. The spirit of the stone, right? The dread ethereals. And when are rocks dreaded? When they're falling from the sky. When they're coming from the heavens in judgment. And that really makes me think of the quote, "Judge not lest you be judged." You know, whatever you point at people, that's what you're shining. So we're here to shine ourselves. Just whatever level we need. But we're also here to be practical. Practical. Material, physical, right? We're here to ground into this reality that the more we pay attention to gathering with people we love and sharing the qualities, may the compass of the heart guide the light of the mind, that's what the spade resembles, to the fulfillment of our being. And here we are at character creation with the diamond. So do a task today that will help you feel. So what are these guys doing? When you get a dread, what happens when someone acquires a dread ethereal? Do you guys like that? Dread ethereal? Are you guys on board? Does that feel good? The ether is a place where dread ethereals are born. So the ether is a place where dread ethereals are born. They kind of know they're above it all. They put their head above the cloud. They know who they are. This is who they are. They just sit here. They are here to observe you slow down in life. Prepare for tomorrow by slowing down. Yes, very into dread ethereals. Speak up, chime in, like and subscribe. Yes, friends. James Myers, thank you. You sit upon the rock watching. You're saying, you know what? I'm into this. So you're up here above you're above me, my friend. I love this guy. And I think this is what I want to say. In my little church, I look at you guys and I hear Jesus's words. May the greatest among you be a servant. And that's what I want to do. I want to be a servant, and I have a perspective, but I want to hold your perspective just like this. Above mine like that. I'm holding you up, but you can see higher than me. Like, that's what I really want to do. I want to really be open to being wrong. I want to point my attention at what seems practical and doable. And thank you, James Myers, for reminding others that they can speak up. I appreciate it. Yes, please. Bishop Malachi, you are a renowned quester with me. So, as a renowned quester, right now, you are the rank of lantern in the guild. Because why? You carry a lantern to my festivals. Where I go, you carry a lantern to shine this light. I see what you're doing, and I say, hey, go talk to this guy. the guy who holds the lantern, because he has something beneficial to do, to share. He has an experience worth having. So thank you. I appreciate that. And I think anybody who becomes a quest giver can acquire the rank of lantern. And also by meeting 9 quest givers, anybody out there can become the rank of lantern in my guild. It's like a guild. We're here to rank up. We're here to get to the highest level. And that's the thing. I'm a fighter. I'm telling you guys what I like. I'm a fighter. I like to fight for good things. And one of the ways I know how to fight for good things is to put my attention on good things. That's all I know how to do. And if it's a losing battle, that's fine. It's still the best thing to do. So let's do that a little bit today. Let's create a routine. Bishop Malachi, I'd love to hear about these routine posts. So let's use, you're excited, Bishop Malachi, right? You feel love in this place. You feel resonance with what's going on here to a degree. So the next step, if you wish to continue your journey, would be to post more often. And let's post about preparing for tomorrow, slowing down, observing. What are we observing? Slowness? No, we're observing, this is what we're looking at. Do not hold back your love and joy, your exuberance. Only what you give becomes your quality. Not what you hold back. So look for an event where you can perform a particular skill you are developing. So let's get good at things. We are putting our attention, we're slowing down, and we're putting our attention on the people we love. There we go. Slow down. That's our message, right? To increase your power, because we're here for power, right? There's a part of us that wants dominion, my friends. We have to accept it. We have to accept it. That's why, for my marriage ring, I got the 1 ring. And that gives me power. When I'm married to my wife, there's something I get. It's one of the most difficult things I've ever done with my life is be married to my wife. But it's also like the best thing. And I feel power because I'm putting my attention on being with someone I love. And I'm doing that task every day. That's one of the main things I'm focused on. Oh, it looks like I'm behind here. Servant leadership, even to ourselves, makes a lot of sense. This process helps me to serve myself through incremental progress. Yes, Serban? Yes, increase your power by focusing your attention on what? The people you love. On gathering with the people you love. Okay. Boom. I love it. I love it. Exactly, Serban. Malachi, I saw your bishop garb and now picture that when I read your messages. Awesome. So we're here to create a community. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to create a community where we can talk face to face, seriously silly. We can role play. We can put mushroom hats on and talk about the meaning of life. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do in my daily life all the time. I want the qualities that I show you here in my chrysalis, the thing that I'm focusing on. I want to show that to you when I'm at festivals. I want Bishop Malachi to be able to meet me and show everybody, yeah, this is who he is. This is what he does. This is what we're doing. What are we doing, my friends? What are we doing as a community? We have a little community here. So we know what we're doing right here. How do we bring this into the cities? Well, the only way I know how to do that is to manifest it a little bit. Yes, seriously silly is a goal to live for. Okay. James the quoter. James, you're always coming up with these great quotes. So, seriously silly is a goal to live for. I love it. Okay. So, seriously silly is a goal to live for. That's an objective worth pursuing, right? So, let's be silly together. Maybe that. Yeah, because when you focus your attention, what do, right? What you do is helpful. So, how can we practically do that? Seriously silly is a goal to live for. Let's be silly. By what? So, what I'm going to be doing, what are we, when we gather and we're being seriously silly, one activity that pretty much everybody can do, anybody who finds these dreamers, I mean, I know what to do. I can invite them to events for tomorrow. Places like, you're happy at the festivals, right, Bishop? Oh, Dreadtherials and the Egregore. Ooh, okay, thank you. Now I am getting serious again. This is where I get real serious. The Egregore. The Egregore represents like absolute truth, in a sense. The center eyeball in my mind, when I look at this creature, I see an absolute truth. But I see that there's like this, it's like wearing a costume. It's wearing a costume of like a monster, Cthulhu, like this eldritch being. This is what I see in it. It's like an eldritch being of horror. Ooh, it can turn its face. It could look really scary. Oh, I'm gonna get you. That's like what I see in it. I should draw like a little mouth there, like it's gonna eat you. And it kind of reminds me of this, right? Egregorian chants start again. Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. So like there's this eyeball, truth. Truth, it's like facing our fears. And so that's what I'm here to do, is face my fears, look at the truth of what's going on, and do something meaningful about it. Something that's helpful to me and something that's helpful to you. Creating a game that solves real world problems. So anybody who joins me in my guild on these channels can help me do that. And I think part of it is me sharing my personal motives. Like I have selfish motives. I have an identity, and my identity wants to protect itself. One of the things my identity wants to do, one of my evil, dark plans, is to make enough money to live a reasonable life. That's what I want to do. And I want to do that creating the dream world. I want to do that building a game that solves real world problems. So this deck of cards is kind of my first proof of concept. I'm saying, hey, I built a deck of cards. I'm going to do this every day. And it's a fun way to, I don't know, it's a fun way to do something good in the world and put our collective attention on something, right? That's like my goal. And so there's some part of me that likes to operate in this mode. I love to be, I don't want to just be the game master. I want to be the quest master. That's the role that I've decided to play. I want to create a role-playing game. And this is kind of a role-playing game, but it really evolves into a role-playing game when we create our characters, Bishop. So when you create your identity, your character, oh, awesome. So yeah, it's on, dang, that's cool. So it is on the GameCrafter website. I think I have a link in my YouTube. If you go to all my links, I do that. I think I need to do an all my links thing. And this is where my brain breaks. So I'm trying to operate on a very high level of life. My goal is I stay in the zone of how can I slow down? How can I be with the people I love? And how can I give out the best thing I can? I want to shine the brightest I can. I want to be a star. But I only want to be a star here and when I'm doing this. and being myself, and in being recognizing that this guy, he's just these guys. He's that guy. He's that guy. He's that guy. He's all of them, and they're all of him. They're one. And anybody can step into this zone. You can step into this zone, right? Step into the zone of the Eldritch Angel if you want to. If you want to take that position and look around and say, this is my honest perspective, guys. This is the best thing we can do. If you like being in that position and looking at those things, look at that with me. Join me in that, and together we're operating in the same place. I don't know if that makes sense. But it does make sense with yesterday. So yesterday we were talking about villains, right? And I feel like it's time to put something villainous on here. I wonder if in some way we're inviting everyone to be a bit of a villain. I don't think that's how you say villain. I think that looks more like violin, but I don't know how to spell. There's a part of me, guys, that's really dumb. I am genuinely stupid. I don't know how to spell. That's really me. I don't know. Do I need to learn how to spell? I think I spell close enough. That's my honest perspective. So, let me get back to these comments. You guys are going on here. I'm rambling from the zone. Morning from New Jersey. How are you? Jim, thank you. Oh, you're coming. There is no link to buy it. Okay, we'll have to find that. Thank you for welcoming Jem, everybody. As Bishop Malachi knows, there's something called the Order of the Bell. These guys kind of have bells. They're kind of a welcoming community. They're saying, yep, we know. This is the best thing to do with our time. Be on a quest. I don't know. Focus on this. And this is our quest. Do a task that's going to help you feel better prepared for tomorrow. So that's what I think it's now time to create a quest that goes with these guys. So let's get back to practicality. Help me come down to earth, guys. Help me be like these rocks. My Bishop, you want to peer above the clouds? Well, that's what I try and do all the time. And very challenging circumstances, mind you. Very difficult. It has not been easy. It has been a fight, but I'm a fighter and I like doing this, so I'm okay with doing it. Let's peer above the clouds. What do you guys want to do with these things? Do you have, I'm going to do something with them, but I'm inviting you to say, are we throwing these, how are we exploring this villainy? What's our selfish motive as a group? So I told you my selfish motives. I want to start a business. That's what I want to do with this. I want to earn money. Not too much. I have a goal. No more than a certain value. Like within the 10 years, if it grows really big, 100,000 is like my goal. That's like what I want to level up to. Right now, I'm not anywhere near that. I'm just starting. The business is just getting going. But what is our collective motive? And how can you help me if you want to play this game with me? Who are these guys in the dream world? What are they inviting others to do that is in a similar motive? Doing things that are helping us be prepared. Helping things develop skills. I don't know, I think it's putting this together. Making ourselves useful. How do these guys become useful to others? That's what I'm really asking. So close enough. The quest today, prepare for tomorrow, connect with loved ones, perform your skills. Yeah, pretty much. Or look for places where you can grow your skills also. Look for an event where you can develop a skill. You can develop the skill right now. I'm developing a skill, and I think you guys are kind of growing skillful in this too. I think this skill that I'm trying to grow is how do we create adventures? How do we create quests for people to go on that kind of give them a little bit of perspective? How do we be this guy, Guild? So this is our guild stone. This is the guy who would remind us stuff. We have our little sage. How do we teach everybody to do a little bit of that through a quest? Not really even teach. More like give them a fun experience that helps them get a little perspective. That's what I want to do. Well, they're good and bad. That's the thing. everything that we create, it's like yin and yang. It's a neutral energy. These guys are kind of supposed to be neutrally charged. They're like lightning that has landed on Earth. Little objects that remind you, hey, it's time to slow down. It's time to gather with the people you love. It's time to do something useful. So, let's be silly. So, this is like we need a productive tool. Let's see. Let's be silly. Villainy. So this would be our heart's desire. What is our objective and motive? This is mine right now. I do want to acquire some resources. But I want to connect that with other things. I want to connect that with being silly. What's a way that we can blend fun and play together? Let's see. I'm drawing these symbols because they mean something they may not mean to you. Kind of looks like a paw. Let's be silly. I don't know. What are we here to be silly for? How do we be silly with the people we love? Well, we create. We're observing things. I mean, this is what I would do. I would say, come to the New Mexico Renaissance Celtic Festival. Because this is a place where you can be silly, and I think you can also be productive. And I think it's a social productivity. Selfish motive, care for and improve ourselves. Dreadtherials inspire others to help themselves, and in turn to help us. There you go. Okay, I need that. I need these descriptions for a quest. So I want to create a quest. A quest is something I usually put on a piece of paper that might go with these guys as we start this process. This is like an engine that we can turn. We're getting into the machine of things. And I need help turning the cog of that machine. So I'm looking for other people who enjoy being cogs in this way. You see, I'm a cog right now. In my attention, I'm just a spinning wheel of observation. I just don't stop. I don't want to stop observing this. I want to create this dream world. I want to put attention on things that are productive. That's what I want to do right now. It's the role I want to play. And so the more of you who come on board and join me, it helps. But I want you to play the role you want to play. I'm only here to invite you to participate if it's something that benefits you. The only way I know how to benefit you is by playing this game. This is what I'm doing to do it. And this game is a routine building system. And honestly, this routine building system is working pretty well. So let's see. We worked on creating the dream world. Let's get back into the routine. And yeah, this is the card deck that you wanted to get. So thank you. That would help me financially. If you buy that deck, you will support today's quest. The quest is getting its first funding from you, Sarabin, if you do that. It's not getting its first, but it's getting its first live in this method, I guess. Okay, let me go back up. Enticers to the truth of Egregore. And so this is the Egregore. The Egregore is the villain of the game. What did we say yesterday? Wisdom is mine came and said, I want to become an eternal god and leave the wrath in hell, or the earth in hell. Well, I don't know what that means. I think a way that we can be villainous in that way is we can cast down our stones. So stones are usually judgment, right? Judge not lest you be judged. Maybe that's the message they're coming in with. They're saying, hey guys, remember, don't judge other people. We're all part of the same thing. We're all here together. We're all in it together, right? We look different. We shine differently. We have different roles. And yes, sometimes we shatter each other. It does happen. But there's a place where we need to gather with the people we love. At least with the people we love, we should be able to cast down our stones, not judge. Our judgment is that the best thing you can do is be selfish, and be selfish in a way that is also selfish towards others. Be totally selfish. Be so selfish that you want to be in dominion of everything. You want to be with the ultimate. You want the ultimate selfishness. We're here to master ourselves. And that's the message I want to bring to the table.
I want to master myself. I want to build a routine. And that's what I want to do with my life. So I'm just inviting you to do something that I find beneficial and to do that in fun ways. Ways that I do that is I gather at Renaissance fairs. I also go to places. So where do I gather with the people I love? Well, there's this place, and this is where we go to the newsroom. The newsroom, I think this is the newsroom maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I gather here at Uptown, Pegasus Valley. The bishop has been there. We also have lives from there. So you can see how this goes. We go on field trips. So what's going to happen is after we create the dream world, I then go on field trips to show you how I'm doing that in my everyday life. So I'm gathering with the people I love, I'm being silly, and I'm being productive because it's exercise. So honestly, that's part of what this is. Invest 15 minutes of your time into an exercise or chore that needs to be done. This is how my routine evolves. So it starts off with drawing 3 cards a day. That's how, remember at the beginning of all this, I was drawing 3 cards a day. Actually, I was just drawing cards. I didn't know what I was doing. But this routine building self is basically part of that cog. It's a tool I use to turn the wheel and see that I am both the divine cosplaying as evil or the villain, but I'm also the villain creating what's good. I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm a failure. I haven't done things totally right in my life. So I'm like both. I'm a wheel turning. It's kind of like samsara, right? That's kind of what samsara is. That's the place I like to be. I like to think about it. And you can also. I don't know. I think it's helpful when we do that. When we build a routine of gathering with people we love and remembering those things. Okay, let me get back to this chat because you are my little stones, my friends. You help me be this. I like to be this, I like to be that. Whatever we need to be, I'll play that role. If that makes sense. Okay, telling jokes, small harmless pranks, being playfully annoying. So we have to marry in every quest in order to create a game that solves real world problems. We need to mix something. So here's the quest crafting part. I'm inviting you to craft quests with me. Chaotic players that inspire others to make a little bit of fun and chaos. Yes, and that has been a theme at the park lately, is chaos. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw a heart to represent our passion, what we love. And sometimes what we love can be a little bit chaotic, right? And so we are here. When I go to Amtgard, here's a foam sword. This is my little sword. Maybe that's what I'll be inviting people to. Because guess what's at the park, guys? Guess what it is? It's a dog park. And this brings us back to the battle games. See, this is why I want to do battle games. So we're doing small little routines in the miniature world on the game board that represent what we do in the city in real life. Does that make sense? Are you seeing the parallels? So we go to Amtgard. We join a LARP. We do something that requires some amount of exercise. That's how I'm doing it. You're invited to. Bishop has joined me there, but you have a different life. You may not be in my city. So for you who are with us, you might show us how you're doing that in your life. So if you want to join that quest and gather with people you love, well, maybe join the Order of the Eye. Bishop Malachi is using his profile to shine a light on what he's doing. And what he's doing is also helping them. So when we gather with people and we exercise and we go to a place where honor is important, because in order for Amtgard to work, there has to be lots of honor. Whenever we go there, we're cultivating a certain spirit. And me and the bishop are there to have fun. The thing about the hell of Amtgard is that sometimes you can be having fun, but thinking that you're not having fun. And that's crazy. That's where our perspective needs to be dissolved. It's like we're out there swinging swords at each other. Why would we ever give in to other things? I don't know. I'm rambling here, guys. Bring me down to earth. Okay, chaotic players that inspire others to make a little bit of fun in chaos. I'm up in the clouds, guys. I got rambly. Where were we? Oh, yes, Amtgard. So, you all, honestly, you being here is an anchor of my attention. I am trying to do something. I feel like I'm trying to pull down this idea from heaven. That's what it feels like. But I also feel like sometimes it's like pulling up hell into divinity. It's like, it's this crazy balance. And when you're here with me, I appreciate you. So thank you. I guess I'm creating how to do this locally. So locally, I think they're here to make an invitation. The Dreadtherials how do you spell Dreadtherials? Dreadtherials? Was it Dreadtherials? Is that what it was? Bring me back, guys. What are we doing? So we got Dreadtherials. I think the Dreadtherials are born are here to invite you on a quest. What are they here to do? So what we want to do is we're with the people that we love. So people, we love people, and we also love fighting. People fight, right, guys? So we're here to fight. We're going to create our villain, everybody. Our villain is to decide things like who's the champion. We're going to go to the dog park. We're going to have battles there. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the Eldritch Angel. So here, this is one of the places I love to be this. I will be the decider who kind of observes here. I'm kind of like a central point of attention, a conductor. That's what I am. This guy is a conductor of experience. And this is the role of the questmaster that I am trying to play. On the game board of life, I want to observe characters who are doing something. So when I see Bishop on the playing field here of YouTube, James has come here. James is a character, right? And this is how you bring me to earth. This is how you bring me up from hell. This is how you do that weird thing. This is how we take two different perspectives and we come together. Like Serban said, to invite others. Okay. Dreadtherials. All people are locked in a fight with ourselves to achieve our vision of ourselves. Interesting. With each other as we fight our vision. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's some philosophical stuff I'm feeling there. Are the Dreadtherials good or bad? Okay, so that is the question. Ooh, are they good or bad? That is the question. They're here to invite you on a quest. They're neutral. So they're lawful. I feel like they're lawful neutral. Oops. That sounds like awful. I kind of like it. It's like awful, but it's lawful. They are lawful neutral. You know what they are? They're kind of like time and chance, right? They're like the dice of the game. So in my game, when I play games here, I love the dice to make the judgments. I just look at time and chance and I say, it was a 4. That's how I judge truth. In my truth, I can look at a 4 and call it a 4 and say who wins. I can kind of ref a game. I can observe what's happening and help us settle some conflicts. I like that role. I like being a communicator. I'm a quest master here. So I'm here to conduct the quest. Tell a story about what's happening. Just wave my arms around, say, I'm here. This is what I see. But I don't ultimately know where that's going, but that's the role I want to play. So there I am. Enough of me. Let's talk about you. I want to watch you. I want to watch you grow. That's another one of me, though. Here's a monster. I have James here. I need a bishop. And I want you to join me in this game. Since you're coming on, it's time, you've gained enough renown that, hey, I'd love you to be here with me. If you want to come. So yeah, are they good or bad? That's the question. On here, I want to answer those questions. On the game boards, we should talk seriously about these things when we're playing games. But not too seriously. We should have fun. And so we kind of need some villains, right? And whatever story we say, the story is kind of what answers that question, right? The story we tell ourselves. I've learned to tell stories in a way to myself where things kind of become neutral. They're kind of neutralized. It's saying, good, bad, is this really what we want to look at? Sure, there's opponents. What are they working together for? What are they coming together for? That's what I wonder. Yesterday we were talking about the two snakes, right? We were talking about the two snakes. Do you remember, James? We were talking about things like Timmy the Time Master. It was red and blue. Here we are. So here's the red and blue. Oh, he fell. There you go, buddy. They're fighting, but there's something in between them that's bringing them together, this symbol, this connection. And in it, I see a seed being planted. It's like a tree. I'm here to plant seeds. So we play games here. We do fun things. This has meaning in the story. It's like the lore. It's the mythos of the stories we're telling. Somebody fights somebody dies. We start telling a story. But the story is the story we're telling ourselves in real life. That's kind of neat. I like it. The real question is good. What is good and what is bad? Drawing closer to perfection vision. Bad equals distance from perfection vision. Okay. Wealth is the goal. To do that, do quests every day that will get you there. Okay. I'm feeling these components. Thank you, Sarabin, for bringing us back to the message. These are messengers. They're lawful neutral messengers. Right? That's what they are. They're lawful neutral messengers, and they're here to bring some kind of message, an invitation to go on a quest where we can bring love to the table. We're focusing on what we love. So this is like the dress up, silly. It really is dress up. That's what it is. We're dressing up. But we're dressing up to like a certain kingdom. A place where there's a certain dominion. We're dressing up for like a kingdom of heaven. A place above the clouds where we lift our minds. A place for where a time we sit and we slow down and everybody needs to do this, right? Everybody needs to slow down a little bit, breathe, and pay attention to the people you love and get good at things. Grow your skills. Prepare for tomorrow. That's what I'm going to be doing here every day, creating my routine. So thank you for coming with me. Anybody else who wants to come along, well, they'll hear word of it from our messengers. These messengers are here to go out into the city and kind of bring the message down to earth. So our stones of judgment, that's like where the sword of consequence comes. I see a sword. The sword of consequence. Judge with honor. Amped guard functions when there's high honor. When there's high honor, that's when we're making right decisions, ultimate decisions. We do a tournament, and when you get hit and you call it, we see that with great honor. And I think that's something, Bishop, that me and you can bring attention to at Amtgard. So we can bring high attention to honor. And that's something that we can go there to pay attention to, right? That doesn't it lift your spirits when you see honorable action? And then as a ref, oh my gosh, Bishop, I think you might be a reeve. If you're a reeve, the cardinal is here to kind of bring that sword. And that brings that order you were talking about, right? The angelic blade. I think we, Bishop, should come from the dream world, the ethereal angel, the one who watches and makes judgments. We watch the dice and we call what we see. We are honest. We are there to be honest, Bishop. Judge with honor. I like that. Yes, honorable actions do warm a bishop's heart. And the cardinal, this is where the two become one. Weren't we talking about that with your character? How can, we come from a land talking about stones of hellfire. And honestly, I kind of see some justice in it. I see some justice in the heavens casting stones down on earth. Just because, whether it's the roll of the dice, it might be a pure neutral energy that just, things get wiped out. You know what? If you can't get along, humans, and you can't figure things out, the Eldritch Angel, the ultimate, the God, the source, whether it's time and chance, whether it's a decision that they've made, whether they flood the earth, regardless, it kind of needs to happen. Honestly, sometimes we got to take a bath as an earth. We got to wipe some stuff out. But let the ultimate decide that. Whether it's time and chance, the roll of the dice, if a society does not get along for long enough, it's not going to last. It's going to destroy itself. So what are we here to pay attention to? What are we here to bring our attention to? Honor among lovers, which is a place, I go with my family. We just met them today. You saw her, my wife. She's one of my best friends. It's been so hard. There really have been great challenges we went through, but I am very thankful for her, and I'm here to say that. I appreciate her greatly. So, bring us back. Angelic sword, beautiful. Justice and power for good. Yes, I love that. So, the order of the eye, when the bishop is here to greet you warmly when you act with honor. So you kind of have this divine right. You recognize honor and you make judgments. But the bishop, who kind of is your red, he has a heart inside of him. His passion is within him. And the passion of the cardinal is kind of outside of him. It's on his garb. It's what he's giving off. And his passion is this dark judgment. You're kind of there to be the villain. But the villainy that you are here to bring, the cardinal can learn from the bishop, is that the bishop knows that we should judge softly. And there we have our quote, let he who has the first stone, or what was it? Let he who has not sinned cast the first stone. Right? That's what he says. And you know what he's saying? I mean, he's saying, okay, by God's law, he should cast a stone because he hasn't sinned, but he doesn't do that. So either he's saying, it doesn't, that law is overruled by love itself, or he's saying that he has sinned. Either way, I don't know. If you're super zealous, if you're a super religious person, you can't say that. So, okay, well, that means that love overrules. Love triumphs over judgment. And so we're not here to cast stones of judgment. The only judgment that these stones are here to be for are to just judging, did you do it or not? Did you fill out your bubbles? Have you progressed on the quest? Have you been paying attention to what you want to pay attention to? They're reminders. And they're here to be both. They're here to make judgments. They're here to be gentle. So, I love this. I'm having trouble putting it all together, though. I feel like over time, what will make this process effective is developing routines that will help me put all this information together. Because I think you can see where I'm coming from, right? Oh my gosh, we're an hour and 20 minutes in. I have gotten lost in the stream, but that's okay. What does the dog park represent? Thank you, Zach. Yes, bringing us to the dog park. Okay, so here we are. Some of you will see this. Oh, I love this. Thank you, Zach. Something to do. Okay, so we got different corners and rings here. The dog park. Thank you. The dog park is where we fight. And guess what? These guys, they're battle gamers. They're also referees. So you can fight them. This is where they kind of join the game. I don't know. They'll just do whatever. What do they do in battle games? Are they obstacles? At the beginning, we had a quote at the beginning of this chat that said something to the effect of the resistance is the way forward. And so they have challenges, maybe? I don't know. The challenge is to be with honor. The challenge is to, I don't know, do something. But this dog park is where Troy came. You know, Troy came in kind of noisy and loud. Honestly, it was a bit irritating. But I realized the irritation was in myself. I wonder if there was a way that we could use this. And so I just said, you know what? This is fun. That's what happened in a few milliseconds within me, because I've been down this road enough that I'm tired of being annoyed by people. I'd rather just enjoy them if I can. And yet, lo and behold, it has become the first battle game designed in the dream world. Designed and observed by Mordenkainen's Eye. So here is the dog park where we tell stories. This is the playing board. What did I say at the beginning intro? You probably weren't here, but I said here, or into the eye of the beholder. Into the eye of the beholder, Mordenkainen's Eye sets its gaze. So you and me are looking at this together. We're creating this game together, right? Mordenkainen's Eye is creating this game. I think we'll just call this Mordenkainen's Eye for here. For at the dog park, this is Mordenkainen's Eye. Maybe. The Eldritch Angel. I don't know. It's working on it. But this is where we battle these themes out. So we have fun. Because guess what, guys? Life isn't just about figuring out the truth. Sometimes the truth is we should have fun together. We should create spaces where we fight it out. We settle our differences. We understand that we all get overwhelmed and worked up. We all have troubles. But this is the green energy. This is like the quest, the story going through. Okay. So we could have this represents like passion, love, our love of one thing. And this is like skill, discipline, things of that nature. And what's good for our well-being is having fun. I don't know. It's blending these three components together. It's planting a seed. And what is a seed? A seed is a routine. Oh, there goes the Eldritch Angel. Judging ourselves is how we create our vision and hold on. We judge ourselves. Yes. You know, one place where I am totally judgmental, but I love it. I love judging myself. I love judging myself on the realm of the battlefield. I love it. I love it. It's so fun. And so we can bring a little bit, I feel like a quest is brewing here because we're bringing the passion. We're bringing the passion, the heart, the love. Malachi, you're there to observe. You're there to welcome and greet and lift your own spirits, right? You're there to do something selfish. And also, you can help others. You can help others by calling shots. If you want to play more of a role, if you want to be a true role player, the bishop could be there. That would be perfect to call the shots. Honestly, that's how you could be of service, like practical. You're not just there to warm people's hearts. You're there to do something. You're there to play a role. And what am I missing? The green. Well-being.
Like at Amtgard, at this place, this dog park, this place where I fight, where I think I want the stones to show up first, maybe. Maybe they'll go to the dog park. Maybe that'll be a field trip, which is part of the routines that are coming up. I made some routine cards that I'll show you eventually. We go out into the city. Oh, that's weird. Well, that's okay, because white and blue is kind of the same. The sky out there, right? It's kind of white. It's kind of blue. It's light. I have been looking for a role, something to do at Amtgard. I like the idea of being an emissary every week, but that's just what I have so far. Okay, so part of the story. So what is Bishop Malachi's story? Bishop Malachi's story on this earth is that he is an emissary. And this is kind of where our attention is landing here. Who are you? I said I need a bishop here, right? So you know what Top Hat does good here? He's in disguise. So this is Bishop Malachi for today. He was somebody else yesterday. He was Troy, the first one in the dog park. Top Hat here is our actor. He acts on the stage here, just so you know. And he's someone who, he's kind of a Reeve himself. So he calls shots. He wears a hat. He's a bit of a detective, and he represents me when I'm kind of fulfilling that role. So you've seen me like that. I want to see how you develop, and maybe that's where you can get that hat. So maybe you need a third character. You need a third character, Bishop. You need a character who is the 2-in-1. A character who is both the bishop and the cardinal at the same time, who embodies this disguise. And you can have a top hat. You could wear your current hat that you bring, because I see you have a top hat, but you could get that one you were looking for. See ya, Serabin. Thank you for questing with me. You have brought so much to the table. Please continue to come back. I loved your quotes. If anybody can record some of those things, observe them, record them, make notes, compile it, make it, I don't know. You've seen what I've been doing. I need somebody to compile something to make it easier because I don't know how to do this. Okay, I try to do honorable things that overwrite my past selfish actions. Challenging the self. Okay, bye, Serabin. Please post these videos. Yes, I don't know if I posted the last one. I'll post this one. I'm working on it. So this is where I judge myself, guys. I don't feel super smart. I feel smart in a way, but I'm very narrow-minded, but very open-minded at the same time. I'm kind of dumb, and I'm okay with that. I don't have a lot of attention, but I want to bring some weight to the table. When I come to places, I want to come with these little emissaries. These messengers, I think, are judgment stones that will be cast at Amtgard. Maybe some constructive criticism. I will be constructively criticizing where it's actually kind of fun, and I want to do that in a fun way. So we'll figure out how to do that. But these guys are going on a field trip. The Dreadtherials. The Dreadtherials are the stones cast from heaven. And I am a Dreadtherial at Amtgard. That's where I guess I'll practice my Dreadtherial qualities. We'll see. Combining the 2-in-1. Role-playing that role of neutrality. That brings pleasantness, passion, love to the table. Is just doing its best. Judging with honor, fighting, being with the people that they love. These are what these stones will represent going forward. And I guess I have to put that in a quest now. So that's where the other routines go. So as a reminder, this is all part of a routine game that I'm building. And I think I'm going to end it here pretty soon. I don't know. Do we keep going? I don't know if we keep going. Are you guys having fun? Is this do you want to keep doing this right now, or are we nearing our end? What do the dogs represent? Thank you, Zach. Thank you. That's the next development, because I'm having fun and I want to keep going with this. The dogs. Well, the dogs are the army of Mordenkainen.
So I'm like, you want to fight somebody? I'll give you somebody to fight. Because I love fighting. Mordekin at festivals and fairs, the mushroom man, you might say, he loves fighting. Why did I go over here? Because I'm looking for this card. And so we're bringing in the festivals here. That's where Mordekin comes from. There's a war that's going to happen in the coming time. A war at the Renaissance Celtic Festival. And I want to invite people to go there and see these things happening. So we have different stages, right? Wisdom, we were just talking about you. Hey, you wanted to become an ethereal god and destroy the world, leaving it in hell? You're welcome to join us, because that's what we're doing. But in a fun way. It's kind of cool. We're playing villains. We're mixing our villainy with our love. We're pursuing our selfish ambitions, but in a way that we want to bring wellness to all beings. We are casting our judgment stones upon the earth, Wisdom. We are going to leave this world, Wisdom, aren't we? Perhaps in some way we subscribe to a divine consciousness. We might call it the God Almighty. We might call it Source. But one way or another, we're connected to it. And so we're going with it. We're leaving the world. But we are going to cast some stones of judgment. Constructive criticism, and maybe pointing our attention in a way that's fun and playful, but also productive. That is what we're doing. How about that? Let's see. Though through ultimate bitter experience I gain wisdom, and through meditation I move into everlasting life, leaving this hell earth body to rise into another form or into the vastness of space. Interesting. While you or others as human die and follow from earth's hell into heaven, where pain no longer exists as it does on earth. It is why it is called heaven. Interesting. While you or others as a human die and fall from earth's hell into heaven. Falling from earth into heaven. That is cool. So what that is basically saying, I'm going in. I'm going into my chrysalis. I'm going to the space within, because that's how you fall into heaven. I feel like being with the divine, trusting the ultimate, it is kind of a falling experience. You're kind of letting go and you're loving. Because what did Sadhguru say? Example, I define everything clearly like love is offered, respect is earned, and kindness is prioritized with boundaries. I will be sending you some dreadtherials by email. Rest assured. LOL. Perfect. Yeah, what's the quality you're giving off? Are you casting stones of loving judgment? What kind of judgment are you here to leave on the earth? Because whatever you do unto yourself. Because in some weird way, we're all connected. These guys are all connected. They're the same mountain. Above the misty clouds, they look like separate peaks. But they're all connected to the same mountain. They came from the same place. Stone comes from the same place. At some point, you can break everything down to waves, to something that is you can only describe it. Logic and description and word fail. And there's just something mystical where we are all connected. We all come from a source. And they're no better than each other. They're all the same. Above the peak, there's a million different stories you could tell with these guys. So if you want to be a storyteller, wisdom is mine. You feel like you tell stories pretty well, and we do need storytellers. So that's a role, since we're creating a role-playing game, that we will need more of. We will need more storytellers. So Bishop kind of was talking about a Reeve role. Bishop, did you ever want to come on? Are you still here? Are you still watching? I don't know.
Oh yeah, what is the dogs? You said what is the dogs, right? So we got these guys. I think maybe they have a connection. The dogs represent the fighters. These are my friends who, you know what? I can step into this place of judgment. What are reeves? Like a good reeve also judges with honor. A good reeve isn't absolutely harsh and critical. You know, a reeve can step into a player's shoes and see that you can just get excited, you can have fun, you can overdo it, you can escalate. It happens. Let's calm down. And I love that. And I love that relationship between these creatures. I feel like these creatures represent different realms, different spaces we all come from. Since we are here to play different roles, we are also here to tell different stories. Stories from our past, stories from our experience. Yeah, let's plug in the website. So the website is a place that I want to build together. I kind of ultimately want Mordekaiser to go that way. And one of the things, this is a quest focus station. These are quest focuses, and I want to make a business that sells quest focuses. Quest focuses have stories, like real stories. You're watching and experiencing the story now. I'm literally coming up with this on the spot with you. These stones came from my adventures, from learning not to judge my wife. You know, she's a little different sometimes. She's different in the way that I love. I love her differences. I love her wildness. I love who she is, and I'm there to be there with my wife. You'll see her there. I learned these lessons. So I've learned to judge softly, to know that I am no better than anybody else. I feel like I relate to this guy a lot. Or Sadhguru. I want to tell you about a story, everybody. Remember how I said if this was a Dread Ethereal, I've been here. I've looked upon the mountaintop. I've become a sage, a guru. I was there when Sadhguru was saying things. I was like, oh, you're really wise. You're a big stone. And he's like, oh, I'm just you, man. And I'm like, really? He's like, yep. We're the same. Don't worry. I'm taller, but I just see a little higher. That's all. And I'm like, well, what do you see up there? And he says this, and I put it on a card. Do not hold back your love, your joy, and your exuberance. Only what you give becomes your quality, not what you hold back. So at Amtgard, I'm here to say, let's be lovers and fighters. This is where I put two things together. The people I love, I want to fight. I want to beat up the people I love, honestly. It's really fun. I love going there with my friends and fighting. Good. I'm glad, Malachi. As long as that's the thing. I'm here to create, so I'm streaming live. This is a place we're creating together. I'm putting it out there, and you're starting to see what I'm doing. So let's just go until we're done, I guess. Stories like in religion, but more positive because religion has a lot of negativity. So that's interesting because that's what the bishop is here to be. The bishop, we were saying, you're here to put your, I think what I want to invite you to do, Bishop, is step into the clouds at Amtgard. Make judgments. Be decisive. Be selfish, but be helpful. Be useful. And the way that you can be useful is judge lovingly. Amtgard, the dogs at the dog park, which I am one of. I am totally a dog. That's why I related to Troy. I love Troy. That annoying. I'm like, yeah, I got that too. Sometimes I just say dog park, and then actually it turns into something magical. So good job, Troy. You did it. You made something magic. The dogs. I like the three-eyed dog. I feel like him. So, I'm you can be all things at once. You can be a dog and run around on the playing field. You can be a stone of judgment. You could be a reeve. You could be a quartermaster, here to send you on journeys and make you face challenges and stuff. All kinds of stuff. So many roles to play. And part of those things I'm trying to do is develop the roles. That's what Orders of the Guild are here to do. That's what those things are. And that's what the website is supposed to be. A place where you can kind of read the rules of the game. Because I want anybody to be able to play this game. And I just want to make a living off this game. I have personal financial goals. I don't know if this is the time. Like, I guess part of my struggle. So here's a challenge. The challenge I have is making money. I think that this actually has a great opportunity to become something. These little story pieces are valuable because they have so much story now. Can't you feel it? They have story and meaning, and they can be reminders for people. I built a card game where people can build routines. And so this is kind of my product that I've made, and I'm showing you how to play it. We've long passed our routines at this point. So one of the routines is character creation. We're doing that. We talked about going on field trips and ultimately Nexus events. So this is my long-term plan. And as these plans unfold, you kind of see it. I know how to make money here at Nexus events. So that's where my business thrives right now. So that's why I'm saying, hey, if you want to support me, if you want to play this game, come to a Nexus event. You know, I have like quest tickets. I have a card game that you can get online. So anybody who wants the prototype, you can do that. I've ordered 100 of these card games. So I spent $1,000 as an investment. I'm serious about this. I really want to do it. I have been making routines and patterns, and I'm showing you how to do that. I'm showing you how to do that myself. So connect with at least one person who has a similar financial goal. Anybody else out there looking to make a career, a pathway out of that? I don't know. Write down on projects you desire to complete in the next 3 weeks. So where are these guys going? These guys are going to the dog park. We're casting stones of judgment as well. Tournament style stuff. We're having fun. Okay, let me get back up here. Stories like thanks for the lesson in humility. Sadhguru follows Hinduism religion, but Buddhism, they have a lot of negativity which needs to be removed. What's your religion, or you prefer not to say? The ultimate wisdom is knowing good and bad and telling you how to live pure positiveness. We should remove the emotion of religion and put pure logic to attain positive life. Judge by pure positiveness. Okay, so we all have different ways. So this is an important thing to come to terms with. One of the ways that these guys have learned lessons is they have two perspectives. They have two eyes. And they've realized that they have two hemispheres of their brain. This is how I rationalize your questions. They realize that within themselves, they are a duality. And so they have unified their positive and negative, you might say. They've become neutral. But they realize that they are still the other two as well. They're positive, they're negative, they are neutral. They're kind of just an absolution. They're just kind of grounded. They're just stones, man. They just know what they are. And we're helping them be useful. They're just doing their thing. They're here to look at all the other religions, all the other perspectives, and say, oh, you're talking about the same thing. Yeah, we're all up here. Okay, so there is an ultimate truth, but can we describe it? Can we really say that ultimate truth? No. Can we really articulate it? We can describe it. When we say it poetically, this is my, you talk about my religion. This is my symbol of an eldritch angel. It's a symbol. It reminds me that I need to look through a lens of truth. I need to look through also the lens of my truth, though. If I point and I judge other people's truths and I cast stones on them, what I'll do is I put my attention where I agree. So yes, Sadhguru does come from Hinduism, but what I see in him is he's let go of a particular doctrine or scriptures. The scriptures were simply tools he used to gain a perspective. But when you're at that perspective, you kind of let go of saying it needs to be described in a very specific way. Yet to be decided, Zach. Okay, perfect. Yes, you can help, Zach. James, you get the idea. Thank you for helping Zach know his options. So what are the qualities of these dogs? Well, dogs are very loving, right? Dogs love to fight. Dogs love to fight each other. That's why I was saying maybe Troy's a dog. I don't know if Troy's a dog. I think Troy will have to decide. But I feel like he's one of these guys, whether he knows it or not. And the dog park is where you get to be evil. So you get to personify evil at the dog park. So part of this is about villainy, right? Some of us like to be villains. Some of us like to push a little too hard. Some of us, but you can do that in a role play way, and you can actually make it fun. You can be a part of a story. So what is the story? What are the stories of these dogs? What are the stories of these dogs? Well, I feel like that's part of side quest number 4, which I have not yet created, but I have a sign inside about it. To join a LARP. A LARP is a fun way where you can explore these things. If you want to explore good and evil, if you want to visit that, you can personify it. Maybe Troy is a villain. Maybe. Well, somebody said Challenger of the Galaxy. So we'll see. You know what? We'll ask Troy if he's ever done a LARP before. And maybe he can roleplay the dogs he's fighting. Because the dogs maybe the dogs he's looking for, maybe the people he wants to gather with, are just like him. And the dogs are just other people dressed up in costume, personifying something, acting out a role. Whether they're a bishop, whether they're a reeve, a detective, whether it's the Mushroom Man here. You know? And guess what? The Mushroom Man has also been a sage. He has talked to the stones. It was the Mushroom Man who learned the secrets of the stones, where he looked upon and he saw Sadhguru and said, "Oh, I think I have a higher perspective than you." And he says, "Well, how high does this ladder go?" And he says, "Oh, actually, maybe there's no one who we look up or down to, because guess what? Sadhguru helped me learn about that." That's not Sadhguru. Where was Sadhguru? We should name a stone after him. I wonder what he would think of that. Sadhguru. He has a beard. He's not bald, though, is he? I don't know. I kind of want to name, maybe the Hierophant, at least. He kind of represents a role. The Hierophant, the wise one who's just there to watch over. He's like a father. So someday I'll be at dog parks and I will share my wisdom. You'll probably see me take that form there. When my children are fighting each other. But yeah, a LARP is a fun place. The story of the dogs, though, I don't know. They come out of a storm. There are storm riders there. I don't really know what to call them. So far, these are Mordenkainen's minions in the game. So they're all on the same team at least. Because here is a battle stage. So we have 4 corners. So over here on the board represents a stage that happens in real life. So that's the pattern that you guys need to remember if you're helping me do this. The board is a microcosm of the macrocosm. And then the stories we tell are the cosmic vision, right? Because when we're telling stories, what are we talking about? Any story you're telling about some ultimate truth. You're saying you know something about something. You're saying you have perspective of truth without saying, everybody looks through the lens of truth in some way, right? And so what lens are you here to look at? Malachi is here to judge kindly. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You'll see him there. He's already been there if he decides to do that. Negativity, like, do things go to hell? Let's people control others. A big problem. We must find the divine within ourselves, not depend on religion. So what you said, Wisdom is Mine, was great. Falling from earth into heaven. So when you fall into heaven, you realize, oh, I'm a stone. I'm like you guys. When you cannot judge anybody,
when you've obtained the skill of not judging anybody or judging with love, when you cast stones of loving judgment that are actually helpful and constructive and active, and so one of the ways you do that is a ref. That's why I like chance. So this is where I'm a judge. This is where I'm a villain. I do like to see numbers and call them out and say, it's a 13. That's about as much judgment and truth that I have grounds over. I don't have a lot. It's not easy to say what's right or wrong in certain situations. It's not easy to have a perspective. It's not always easy to look high and above, but I aim to. I aim to see that myself and not judge anyone. To truly be looking at all the plants and the trees. I love going out here and looking at nature and being grateful for it and saying, you know what, nature, you may have killed my ancestors, but you're also the reason my ancestors live. I see a neutrality in nature. I see a neutrality in creation. I see a divine order, is what I would say. I see a cosmic order. And that brings me to the back of my cards. Okay, Malachi the Fallen. Isn't that crazy? Fallen. We're talking about falling into heaven. So fall into heaven at Amtgard, Malachi. Is what the character sees reliable? Maybe the dogs were trying to join him against impending danger, and the character's neuropathy saw enemies when they were friends. Maybe. Or maybe that's what we saw in Troy. Maybe maybe in our mind we thought Troy was being bad. We projected our own villainy, when really he was just having fun and they were all dogs too, and he was just a dog all alone. So we don't know what Troy is. So the story you told yourself about what happens is kind of telling us a little bit about who you are, right? What do you project into people that has not yet been revealed? You know, when I say he was fighting dogs, well, what if he was a pigeon? Then he'd kind of be brave. He'd be defending his life. Like, we don't know what Troy is. Troy kind of has to tell us who he is or show us. We gotta hear and see the same thing, because when we hear and we see it, that's when we kind of know that it's true, because we're hearing it, we're viewing it from two different perspectives there. Okay, have a great day, Malachi. Bye, Malachi. Thank you. Thank you, one and all, for joining me as I go within and I talk to myself. I talk to you guys in my head. I hope you realize that. You're all in here. You're all in my head right now. So thank you. Take your leave if you like. I love you all. Thank you for joining me at my little church service today. I appreciate it. Only all-knowing can judge. Yeah. And when all-knowing judges, why would it judge itself? Right? So if there is, where did it go? If there is like this is like an emblem of that ultimate source. This is just a symbol though. It's not the thing. And it's not necessarily true. It's just my perspective. So as a questmaster, I'm here to give my perspective through Mordekin's eye. I like to look through that. I have two eyes. I like to see how I'm a villain. I like to judge myself. I do. But I love to do it in a way that's constructive, that gets me what I want, and obtains me the items that I seek, which right now is... what do I seek right now, item-wise? I seek more routines and patterns that will help me accomplish my goal. There you go. Let's see, what do we have? That is a good point, Zach. What was the good point? Let me see. Oh, message redacted. Was that a secret message that I don't get to see? Oh, that's fun. Okay, so we got Mordekin's eye here. We got dogs. We got the story of the dogs at the dog park. And we got the little stones. We got some lore here building. Is there anybody out there who wants to record lore? Create it in digestible ways other than just this video? I'm here to help us create this experience. I'm a conductor, a questmaster. And I will do routines after this, but fundamentally, what I really want to do is
conduct this experience. I like it. It's fun. I like these lives. I want to do more. I want to make them valuable to you and to me. So if you have a way to prepare for tomorrow that it both achieves your objectives and my objectives, I would like to do that more. I'd like to pay attention to where we agree. I would like us to pay attention to that agreement where the two eyes, see the two eyes here? Oh, wait. Where the two eyes and the one eye look at each other. Do you see it? I have two eyes. There's two eyes on this thing. There's one eye there, one eye in here. So that's why I can kind of talk about myself with this object. It's just fun. It's a tool of communication. And these are my tools of communication. And I hope to tell stories, the stories of the people, but I hope to create them with you as we watch life. I go out in the world and I tell you about what I see. So if you're just here to join me, if you're here to join me out at the Real Live Amtgard, join me there in Albuquerque, Join me at the festival. There's different ways you can join me depending on who you are. So I think it's time to tie the knot off here. Where were we at in our quests? I got cards everywhere. I think it's time to do some maintenance. I need to organize this. I need to create some order because the chaos kind of spilled all over. And it's nice. But I kind of need to put myself back together here. Did anybody have any final comments about this? Things that they want to see? Things that you want me to take note of about these creatures? Do we need to do a battle game to end this? A little fun, maybe? A little play to feel what it feels like? The definition of God has failed. Of morality, creativity is useless. Only control is key. So even such God figure can't judge. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you can't judge yourself. It's like impossible. When you really see whatever you want to call ultimate truth, whenever you see it, judging yourself is painful and you don't really want to do it. You almost can't. You can only do it to a certain point. You can't really create hell. But you're going to create hell. So if you're going to create hell, create a fun hell. Create a place on Earth where if you're going to leave Earth playing games, fighting with foam swords. That's how I do it. I love to create hell on Earth at Amtgard. That's where I align with Wisdom is Mine's original plan. I love LARPs. And I don't know, are any of you guys a part of a LARP? So why does the egregore look so scary? That goes back to the story, right? Because the story tells us about the perspective. See, if I were to tell a story, I would say that it's because the one is dressing up as two. So let's say the one is perfect, unknowable unity. It's just an unfathomable falling into truth, into heaven, into what's good, right? The ultimate truth, we're falling into heaven. We're also growing out of heaven. We're also growing out of hell. We're like growing up. So if this was a being that was on the earth, if this being lived on the earth, it would kind of look more like this. And it's kind of growing up out of the earth. It's saying, oh, hello, everybody. And then they're all like, oh my God, it's so scary. And he's like, oh, I'm just one of you. He looks scary, but he's putting on a costume. So either it's God in drag, as you've heard Ram Dass say, or maybe it's growing up. Maybe it's a baby. Maybe I'm a baby. Maybe you're a baby. Maybe we're all just one big baby. And we're all learning how to interact with each other. Maybe as something tied to source, something tied to consciousness, a faith, a practice, a spirituality. We're all one. And it looks scary because it's a scary idea. But I figured that out with my love, and she wrote her name back on here. Love Zero, that's her mark. So, I tell the story of the lovers. And here I have a seat where me and my wife can talk. So if you ever want to talk to me in Zero, I can do that. Gets personal. It can get crazy.
It's not easy, but we find a way. And one of those ways is playing. Kind of a marriage between the two, between light and darkness, between yin and yang, between opposites. I can tell that story with her. And so it looks scary. I don't know. It's wearing a costume. I like to put on costumes. And I also like to grow up out of my old ways. So part of it's growing up, part of it's learning, part of it is having ignorance and failing, because to exist involves growth. It's a part of the process, and we're planting seeds of those ideas. That's what this process is about. That's what the game is about. I think because facing the truth is hard. Yes, facing the truth is hard. It's a challenge. Let's face the truth. What is the stones of judgment we cast upon the earth? Well, the story we tell kind of becomes our reality, honestly. If I'm to be really honest, I feel like that's kind of true. The stories we tell may not even be the reality we face. Maybe we face a different reality than the stories we tell. But the stories we tell our children, the stories we tell the world out here, that will echo down. And so let's tell stories that, I don't know, work towards a common good. This is my story. May the compass of your heart shine the light of the mind being out there, that mind that connects us all together, right? We're only conscious and aware because all of these people are thinking and telling stories and living. So we're all connected. A story is evidence you're connected. A story is kind of like a heavenly connection. It's infinite. It goes out there. But we're connected to the story of life. The fact that you understand my language is a shared story where we've had some shared experiences. We had the shared experience of learning English. We know that learning English was hard. Communication can be hard. And facing the truth can be hard. So let's face the truth. And let's tell stories that guide us in the direction we want to go. All creatures in this game is perfect. Yeah, so I feel like this is the divine play. So I'll say it again. Into the eye of the beholder. I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at you, right? Can you see that? Through the camera, do you feel your own two eyes behind your head? And the one eye? Into the eye of the beholder, Mordekin's eye sets its gaze. Here, at the heart of the matter, where the wills and the fates make their stage. At the end of a very long journey. Where is that? Oh. At the end of a very long journey. So this is my mythos. The mythos of the chrysalis. When I go inside of myself and I create my religion, you might say. Religion is just a story, right? It's a bunch of ideas. It was in a book. Books carry stories. The Bible really is a magical artifact in my world. It really is something truly amazing. But it wasn't what I first thought it was. It's kind of different. It's less of a science textbook, and it's more of a mythos. And this is my mythos. So I get creative. I can tell you what I see truthfully, honestly. I can make judgments. And the way that I want to make judgments is kindly, with construction and help. But I have a mythos, and it's colorful, and it involves my wife. That was my wife. That's me. And those are my two kids. And this is the tools that I received to be a questmaster from an angel. An angel who is Arceus here. And so if you ever want to hear my personal mythos, I can tell you my personal mythos. And I can tell you my personal mythos here. So when we're at this station, we're here to talk about planting a seed to a new beginning. I kind of can talk about my home life here. You can see me in the mirror, right? Hello. So if you ever want to talk about that perspective, I can bring you here and shine a light on that. And that's where this is coming from. So the mind that is helping me create these creatures, the identity, you might say, is the questmaster. And these guys are all on a quest. I don't necessarily know what they're here to do, but they're here to discover who they are. They're here to create characters and tell a story together. And I'm here to tell a story with you. So help me come and tell this story. We've already did it a little bit. Help me learn the mythos. Help me play battle games on the table. And watch as this corner of the ring. So, oh my gosh, this all comes back to your question. Let's slow down. Zach, you talked about the dog park. What is the dog park? The dog park is where I show the Eternal Games. The Eternal Games are a story that comes from my mythos, my imagination. It comes from my creativity. And it's a place where I kind of talk about limbo. I talk about eternity. I talk about the spinning wheel, where I love to go and play. And I love to create conflict. I like to be a villain sometimes. I like to be a hero sometimes. I like to play roles. And that's a place to do it. And that is the place from which these creatures are born. A true story because it's happening in real time. You can go back and watch the video if you want. So these creatures are being born into our world from the mythos of a questmaster's perspective. I'm just kind of weaving the words together and funneling them, but I'm trying to look through your lens as best as I can. I'm trying to take the points that you're bringing into consideration as best as I can. And I'm here to also tell a story with you. So you can help me tell this story because I'm making it up. My mythos is a made-up one. I feel connected to a divine being of the multiverse, of infinity. So therefore, imagination kind of becomes a kind of mythos in that world. It becomes a kind of truth that tells stories that echo into the future. And I have children, and I want to tell stories where their future develops them. They face the difficult truth. We can't get away from that. I'm here to look at the real world and be practical. Wherever that goes. Wherever it goes in the real world, I want to be practical. But I at least want to focus on the parts of us where we agree. And that's where I say these quest cards are what I think we all can agree on. We can agree that investing 15 minutes of your time into an exercise or chore that needs to be done is a valuable thing to do. So let's do that today. The way I judge myself is I draw 3 cards a day, and I do those. And if I didn't complete all of them, fine. But if I at least can complete one of them, then I'm working in the direction of leveling up. And this is where the game comes in. I love to play the game of life. And I love to collect points. I want to collect more points. And the more points I collect here, it kind of turns into something. So yeah, it's a fun game. I love to play it. Oh my God. Are you serious? I think it's battle game time. All creatures in this game are perfect. Truth is always the same, but it becomes hard to recognize because people have twisted and distorted all along the way. Guys, it's time to learn the story. I play in the dog park. We've been talking about you, Troy. I hope you know. We use all characters in religion, but full of positivity, no emotional or negativity. Only pure logic. So that's where you come from, Wisdom is Mine. I get it. I get what you're saying. I want to talk about the dog park now. I play in the dog park. Troy, we have a question for you. The sands of time will answer because what you say will make a difference in my world. I am here to be a judge, the Eldritch Angel. I am here to be the mythological teller of this game with anybody who wants to join me because you're all one. What are you? Troy, what are you? Each character can help reveal the true meaning of concepts like love, respect, kindness. Main character understands them all. Yeah, you got it. Troy, we love you. This is going to represent you now for Troy. Or maybe it won't. I am the dog park. This is crazy. No way.
Guys, synchronicity. Troy is the dog park, guys. Troy is the dog park. He is proving our point all along. We misjudged him. He wasn't a character in the game. He was the stage upon which we played. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. I am the dog park. Troy is the dog park, guys. It all comes together. Where did your character card go, Troy? Look, I got Baggy for you. Troy, you are the dog park. Very good. Your answer is judged as perfect. I play cribbage. Okay, this is all coming together. Maybe that's where I will play cribbage, because I was challenged to play cribbage there before. It does make sense, doesn't it? Okay, Troy, the dog park. He is from the dog park because he is of the dog park. Troy, have you ever done a LARP? Have you ever LARPed before? Do you know what that is, Troy? Because I'm going to invite you to do that someday. Of the dog park and from the dog park. No. Troy, well, you're in a LARP right now. Oh. Troy, what am I doing here? Of the dog park. Of the dog park. So this is how I'm saying this. It's kind of a bit of a riddle. This is Troy of the dog park, from the dog park. He is one with the dog park. He is it. A little bit. I did take an edible today. So edibles are how I connect to the wider mind. I feel connected to Earth, to the plants and the trees. And I get a kind of perspective that allows me to see in these ways. So earlier, yes, I did. Like the infinity symbol linking back to itself. Yes. In a way. Because, honestly, this game that I play at Amtgard, it's kind of a limbo. We keep fighting each other over and over, but we love it. And so the only way to keep it going is to grow it, to nurture it, to pay attention to it. Are we paying attention to the things we love? That makes sense. And it makes sense why you said that answer. Guys, Troy is very high. Totally makes sense with all your dog parkiness. Troy, do you find yourself up in the clouds very often? Because we have someone to introduce you to. Perhaps you already know him. Perhaps you are him too. This is one of our mountain storm creatures. Oh yeah, the dread Therials. And here at the dog park, we decide fighting. So, Troy, you have two pathways to walk. Okay, you are the dog park. Are you this dog park, or are you other dog parks? Is this you? The dog park? Where we battle? Did you appear, and this is where you are? How's this going to work? Because I think you're high enough to answer. Yes, sometimes. Okay. The dog park. We're going to name this one Troy for now. So this is your character card right now, Troy. And in the dog park are gems, treasures, because treats are treasures. Remember that? I think somebody said that once. Treats are a treasure, James. Thank you for helping us when we created that. There are treasures at the dog park. And we play a game. This is part of the game we're creating. And we want to create a game that solves real-world problems. So one of my goals is to bring people to Amtgard. Bring people to local parks or to my YouTube channel. We can do battles here on the tabletop, Troy's dog park. We can go to other dog parks in the city. See how that works? And I want to make games that connect to each other. Troy drifts like a kite that forgot the string, counting skylines as if they're constellations, and every thought is a soft echo. The clouds keep his secrets, and he keeps their silver. Oh my God, Mike Reed. That is so beautiful. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Will someone make these things a reality? See, these treasures, these are what I treasure. I treasure these guys. They have stories. When I see this, I will forever remember the lessons I've learned, and I will remember to put my attention on today's quests, right? I think we're here to build a routine, guys. Do a task that will help you feel better prepared for tomorrow. Search for or attend an event that connects with people you love, and look for or attend an event where you can perform a skill. So we are here to combine the two into one. Do you see that? Two perspectives, 2 zeros into one. I hope you see that. I hope you see the quest crafting. The way that I craft a quest is I take myself back to the beginning, to the very core of things, and poetry does that. Welcome back, Mike. I want what you said to become a part of this quest. I have to write it down. I can write it down. You guys want to write it down, or does somebody want to do this for me? That's the thing. That's the direction we want to decide if we go with this channel. Do I need to write this down? Do one of you play a role? So Mike Reed's saying it. He might just be one who says words. Maybe he doesn't. I mean, he did write them. I could copy and paste it. Let me see. Pin a message. I'm going to pin the message. Boom. I pinned it. Okay, that's cool. Hey, that's a good idea. I like that. So I can pin your guys' messages. That will help me create quests. So there is a story between the stone creatures. Troy, like a wise sage, gave us some poetry. You can map us to character and pin. I think so. I don't know. I don't really know where to go from here. We're 2 hours in, guys. This is so fun. This is too much. I'm having a blast, and I'm not really sure what to do from here. Do I write that down? I'm running out of quest power. I need to bring things down to earth. It's time to get practical. I don't know. I don't know. Am I going to write this? Do you write it? Maybe I'll write it. Troy drifts like a kite. So what would that be? That would be the story of the dog park. Right? Wouldn't that be the story of the dog park? I was very happy and surprised to see you're here at this hour, Questmaster. Yes, we're going all the way. And honestly, it is because I am a little high. I took a little cannabis. Cannabis, this is one of the ways I'm also a villain. So in my home, any substance is a really bad thing. Substances are bad. Alcohol, pretty much bad. But I found them as useful tools. They help me focus. And sometimes it helps people, like people get caught up in the clouds and can't do anything. And it kind of does that too. But one of the skills I like doing is, there's a role. Pokemon. Fighter. Oh, we're kind of here to create roles. That's what they do create here. So this chat is also available on the video afterwards. Are you sure? Because I watched it on the video and it didn't work. I didn't see the chat. No need to write. We or you can write and can pin in chat itself. Okay. Well, the main thing is I want to put this down on a piece of paper that we send into the city. So that's where the messenger quest comes into play in Old Town. I have 8 local businesses who work with me, and I can start putting messages in the city. Quests like this one, planting the seed. So I have found a piece of paper is a place to plant a seed, an idea. That's kind of what the Bible is, right? That's kind of what texts are. They're seeds to unfold. Side quest number 2, for example, is letting things unfold. And side quest number 4
is something to do with joining a role-playing game, like a LARP, a live-action role-playing game, or a tabletop. It's just an RPG, a role-playing game. Play a role-playing game. You can play you can create a character in a video game like Skyrim. That's a single player, a multi-world role-playing game, whatever you want. When you create your character, you decide who you are, and the story you tell yourself is what guides you on that journey. So with these scrolls, I want to put all those together. You see here we have game lore. So we're building game lore here, a connection between the dogs, the minions of Mordekin, and I guess we don't really know what these are called. I've been calling them dogs. Troy, are these dogs? How do you see these, Troy? Are you still here? Or are you drifting away? This chant, you need a computer and choose the option. See chat. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know. So, in this game, in crafting a quest, we have different things. We need some lore. There's different quest paths, because in a quest you have different options to take. But you also have a role to develop. And we're kind of creating a save point here in the game. So a save point is when you take something like this. Ooh, this is a save point that my wife made. And I say, okay, I'm going to pin this to the board now. Oh, wait, I already did. So here's one. We'll pin. This is a memory of the dog park. The dog park is where we learned some of this stuff. And we're trying to pin it to a quest. And so ultimately what we're going to be doing over time when you're in my little chrysalis, when I step inside this room and I operate the quest, is we're building a routine that continues to endlessly unfold. For the rest of my days, my friends, I found a role I want to play. I want to be a quest master. This is my crafting table where I create a quest focus. If you want to join me on the tabletop, we can craft you a creature on the Dreamcatcher. And Mike the Mechanist is one of our characters who is already created on there and is here to observe the creation of other characters. Also representing, I don't know, our collective. This doesn't really represent me anymore. It's kind of us. It's the work that we have done together. It's another save point, if you will. It is something that we have manifested from the game. And so that's different stages. That's what this table is for. It's to create a quest focus where we are manifesting something that ties to a story. One of the ways we manifest that is through tracking points. That's how I do it. Every time I take an action, I'm doing some work. And I feel good when I'm doing work. It makes me feel accomplished. And one of the work I like to do is work I want to keep on doing. I like doing tasks that help me be prepared for tomorrow. So that's part of the game I built. That's the engine that I'm cranking. And anybody who wants to do that with me can. That's part of my guild, where we play my quest and we track our power levels and ranks. Other ways you can play is you can have a little creature. You can get one from the city of Albuquerque, so that's where it ties into our local board. We go to Albuquerque, we play a little game here, and then we transport that game and the quests and the things we've crafted into the city of Albuquerque. Echoes to come. Messages from the dream world here in the chrysalis, where the master plan is here to be fulfilled. Where I am here to create a role players guild. I have different monetary systems to track points and record keep, because that's a part of life. I just have to do it. We have myth and legend, where everything comes from. And as a quest master, I come as the Mushroom Man. I come out of the Nexus. So what I do is I put on my costume over here. I put on my garb. And I role play a certain role that you can see in real life. You can also see streamed here on YouTube. And then from this tower, Mordekin's tower. This is a riddle, I'll tell you. Here I stand by Mordekin's tower. I stand here this very hour. Do you see me? So I say that riddle in everyday life too. So when I go out to the festivals, I say that riddle.
And it talks about this piece. So that's a connection to the world and the clues. This is Mordenkainen's Tower, where I look through this symbol. This is the Bond card. And what is that card? It's right here. Do you see it? So, this is a truth, a riddle, a key to turn, a master key to turn. My gaze is ever on the 3 quest elements. The things that excite us, the mysteries, and the points to be made, the point of it all. We have 3 interesting pyramid structures in the background. We have strange objects in the sky, words about prophecy. And that's where my master plan is revealed. Because what's my master plan? I want to make a living creating a role-playing game that solves real-world problems. So there we go. I feel like I went through the whole thing for the first time. I feel well accomplished. We're not even that far in. How long have I been doing this on this live stream, James? I don't know, 2 months? It's really, the game is actually creating this, and I feel so happy that now I have proof. I have demonstrated evidence that this card game system is working. I'm going to come back more, my friends. Every day is my plan. I might start coming at random times as well. Synchronicity will draw you to me. So I'm not relying on controlling life. I'm not going to try and control this destiny, per se. I'm going to control what I pay attention to and what I create. The qualities that I create and I bring to the table. For after all, this is the end of our story, my friends. We come to an end on this video. I feel it. We're all just walking each other home. The prophecy of the Hearthstones, my friends. Is it here? I think I see the prophecy. It is time to reveal the prophecy of the Hearthstone to you. Maybe, or maybe we'll do that tomorrow. You know what? I think we're going to do it tomorrow. Let's put some excitement into this. Let's leave on a cliffhanger. I don't know. That sounds like fun. I'm going to put that in here. Maybe it won't be tomorrow. Maybe it won't be unveiled for a while. This is the prophecy of the Hearthstone. And what I can tell you is that this prophecy has a story in it. And it tells the story about how we're all just walking each other home. So join me every day as I come to my live here, as I go to various festivals and events, and as also you go on your own quest. So I invite you today to think about what you're going to do next. How are you going to bring these elements into manifestation? How are you going to create these in your own life? There's no pressure. Guess what? When you're playing my quest, you build the game just by observing it. So thank you for bringing your attention here with me. I appreciate it. As I build this game, you are building it with me. We are learning about these things together and doing it together, so I appreciate it. A little more than 2 months I've been here. So in about the 2-month time frame, that's how long this has lasted. This is about 2 months of time. I'm nearing the end here of the beacon stage. So I'm getting close. I did complete 3 other tasks. So I did today 1, 2, 3. And I think I got 3 more. I don't know. I fudge things because honestly, being too precise is really hard for me. That's why I'm not the best with spelling. But what I have learned to do is turn my mistakes into something like lawful. I don't think that's spelled right? Is that? No, that's not. But when I said lawful, it kind of sounded like awful. And some things I like. I sometimes like the uncomfortable. I like the awful. When I learn to at least make it useful, I make it like this mountain. And you know what I learned, guys? I'm not really the stone on the mountain. I'm just the little observer sitting on the mountain. The mountain got up here first. I didn't. In the race to the top, the mountain's been there all along. And that's what I learned.
I like being first. It's fun. I like getting to the top of the hill. I'm just the little eyeball, though. I'm not really the whole mountain. And in some ways, I am. And up here, I find others like me. Little stars, little gems, little treasures. And you know the treasures who I find? Guess what? All my friends. The dogs, the mountains, the referees, the people who join me every day. You guys. My fighters. If you're here, you're probably a fighter of some kind. You're probably somebody who thinks power can be used for good. And it can be used for our well-being. That's what this game is made for. Create a role-playing game that can solve real-world problems. So I hope that you join me again. I hope you join me tomorrow. Perhaps we will learn about the prophecy if you remember. If I remember. Perhaps this story will be developed. I don't know what's going to happen. But something will eventually unfold. In religious and historical contexts, many prophecies are seen as missions or callings to accomplish a purpose. Well, I'm here to tell you that's exactly what they are. In my world, in the perspective of Mordenkainen's eye, these 3 points of excitement or of interest, excitement, curiosity or mystery, and the meaning of it all, the purpose. These 3 elements, they're part of the same thing. It's a story that's kind of unraveling. Like the blue and the red, they're fighting each other. And the green's involved. And they merge into one. It's a whole story here. I have to get into it. We're going to have to unravel this story. I'm trying to say too much at once. But that prophecy. And you know what? I've been making a guild. This is where the guild is going to be. We were saying earlier, what is the dog park? What is this game? Well, this is a nexus point. I have a nexus point in my portable office. This is my multiverse. When I open this briefcase, the multiverse is open to me. And I play games in the multiverse, the eternal games. You can play these games too, at your home. Do you see anything here that's really too out of the ordinary? You can play these games. I want to play a game that you can play at home when you get the cards. And I want the tasks that we do every day that are for our good to be used as power in the game to collect treasures. The treasures are things that we bring to the board game from our other stories that we tell. There we go. There's the story. It's in here, the Dream Forge, where we learn about the stories of the people. You see, when I go to Nexus events, when I go into the city or things of that nature, I'm going to bring my Dream Forge, where I put things that people have brought to me. Little stories that they tell. Jesus came to show God can be kind. Yeah, there you go. Troy is the dog park. I know. Isn't that the best? That is a story. Troy was the dog park all along. So who was it that was fighting at the dog park, guys? Who was really doing the fightings? But wait. Troy was fighting the dogs. Okay, this is getting interesting. Because I think Troy, I wonder if Troy is something outside of just the dog park. I wonder if Troy is also a character. I wonder if he's conscious of the character. And this comes into the idea of the egregore. So the egregore in our story is kind of the villain. It's the one controlling all the characters. And when somebody says, I do this, he says, okay, you do it. So Troy is saying, I fight the dogs. How did like the ground open up and swallow the dogs? They did lose pretty easily. Is Troy really just the dog park, or is he also a dog at the dog park? Is he more than one thing? That sounds interesting to explore. Who knows? The way this game unfolds is it's live every day. Life is but a dream, my friends. We are in the dream world right now. We are creating our reality. Slowly over time, this is our reality that we're paying attention to. This is what we're creating together. Here, we are focused on creating a harmonious experience. And there is a prophecy yet to be revealed with the messenger quest. And I look forward to exploring that. We'll see how it goes. My friends, in the messenger quest, here is part of the story. A shadow stirs in the land of enchantment. For generations, a veiled power has haunted these lands. But now whispers ride the wind, rumors of a rising dawn and a new age. East of the Sandia Mountains, so that's in this direction, a figure called the Commander lays a foundation for a sacred home, a sanctuary where magic can live. I take you to my mythos, the Commander, my friends, where I noticed he was. He had climbed mountains. He's a hard worker. He's a tough guy. Not everybody gets along with him. But I have been impressed by his work, and he's a family man. And so you're going to see different perspectives from here. As I say, you know what, why don't you step into the zone? I feel like this perspective is something that everybody can step into. For this is a story of the first questmaster, the first one to reach the top of the hill. The king of the hill, you might say. And when the king of the hill arrived, what did he find? He found himself. He found others there. Some who were higher than him, some who were lower, but were all on a stage playing a game. And so he realized that he could create that reality. He could put his time, attention, and energy on something constructive that would help us, I don't know, solve a problem. And you can join that perspective too if you wish. People should set a goal and attain the goal. Mission by positive principle. Otherwise, they have no purpose. Oh, wow. Interesting. This is a very mechanical mind. Wisdom of mind, you remind me of, let's see here. You remind me a little bit of Mike here, the machinist. Mike looks at the world through the lens of a machine. His concept is kind of this pure positive thing is what it reminds me of. This flawlessness. And this focus on key. Principles is the key. Okay. Principles are the key. And that's where honor comes in. Judge with honor. This is a principle that we can practice when we are together playing games. Any games we play, we can judge with honor, and principles are key. I love that. Principles are key. And why are principles key? Principles are key. They unlock the game. The game of life unlocks when you have principles. It's like a key. You put it in the hole, shink, and you turn it. It's the place where people gather. Do you see? Are you guys seeing the key come together? The key is coming together, the master key. And I actually have something else to say. The master key is what unlocks the quest. And I'm here to unlock the master key. It's kind of my own personal quest. I feel like creating a game that solves real-world problems is something that helps me be prepared for the next day. And your secret to your future is hidden in your daily routine. So here we are back at the cards. That's the performance, my friend. That's the show. Live by principles means you're under full control. Okay, yeah, that's like you're conscious. You're aware. When you're living by your principles, like, I do this. This is my principle. I'm a stone. Well, whatever we see you do regularly, that's kind of your principle. See, this guy, we gave him a magnet so that his buddy could sit there. It's like a big brother and a little brother. That's what I see in it. 2 hours and 30 minutes. This was
This was an adventure. Is there anything else to do? I was totally closing out there, and then I got brought back in. So are we done creating this game for today? I think not, because the next stage is to live it. And the next stage, as we get closer to the beacon phase, is the seed sigils. That's what I want to show you next. So here we were writing 2 months, if you remember. So 2 months. So this took me about 2 months to make. As I play this game, I'm trying to communicate how others can play it and what to expect. Ish. Yeah, it's going to be around that. Again, I kind of shoot from the hip. So 2 months-ish, and the next part is the illuminator. So the illuminator stage is where we start paying attention to our sigils more, our symbols, the seed, which I will bring into this, the tree, and the sun. Now, the seed, the tree, and the sun are all sigils that relate to one sigil that I've created, the bond. This is the key that's being unlocked. So we're really deep into this, guys. You are at the source of creation right now. When I get here, I'm at the source of creation for myself. When I get to this symbol, symbols are a language that are shared on another level, we might say. It's just a different level, a different perspective. You can speak in the language of symbols. And I think when I get to the illuminator stage, I am going to be illuminating for you what I mean. I'm going to start teaching a little bit more, but maybe exploring would be a better way to put it. I'm going to be going through this game and telling you what I see in it, because I see something worth doing. I see something worth pursuing. Example goal is to happy living. Happiness unlocks intelligence. Yeah, intelligent unlocks money, wisdom, freedom, and attain final peace. Interesting. So money is an interesting word. I have stuck with the word resource. The diamond for me is about a quest focus. So what are you focused on? Money kind of keeps track of our collective focus, right? Whatever we find valuable, we spend money on, right? Is that not true? We spend money on things that we find valuable, or what we're focusing on is kind of what we spend money on. That's where it kind of gets to this interesting place. So Mordecai's Eye is more than just one thing. Mordecai's Eye is a role-playing guild in one world, in one dimension. It's a church in another dimension. It's a business in another dimension. It's kind of like, it's just what I'm creating on Earth, honestly. It's a team of people. Let's see, I built a church. What else was that? 100 registered in a realm. It's also a community. So yeah, you can't eat money, said, who was that singer? I forget. Aurora? That's like songs, right? Songs are like the grand cosmic story we tell ourselves. So I'm here to play a part in that. Let's see. Principles are key. That's great. Resources. Where is our attention on? So it's come to my attention that part of what connects to resources is bringing attention to something. So I'm bringing attention to these cards. And I'm here to create the next routine. And I have to decide, am I going to do that by myself or with others? I like to create with others. That's why I like this quote from, who is it? Carl Jung. When you diligently work at your craft, you will see that unknown friends will come and seek you. That's the principle that he has. And that's a principle that I find too. So let us work at judging with honor on a certain principle. And that principle is that when you are hard at work, when your work is play, and you're playing at being good to others, when that's the role you put on, because dress up is an identity, so we have a diamond here. Okay, so we have a diamond, a doorway. You see the pyramid also in it? So dress up and play a constructive game. Oh, you know what? Troy says he plays cribbage. Was he playing cribbage at the dog park? I wonder. Speaking of people we love, hey Zero.
Hi, I am Zero.
How was your time?
Good.
Good. What are you up to?
Showing you some cool stickers I got.
Oh, let's see some cool stickers.
So, they're in here. This one.
Happy to be here.
And then,
I love it.
here.
Heat Wave Coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a local place?
Yeah, I got it in Albuquerque.
I think we got to go to Heat Wave Coffee.
It's really good, actually.
Do you know what our quest was today?
No. But I do have the funds to get the PlayStation 5 if you're interested.
Oh,
So we
okay.
can get coffee and then go to Best Buy to get our upgrade.
Are you ready to go and
Yes,
do
I'm
stuff?
actually ready to go. I can go pee before we go.
Okay.
Would you like coffee to go, or would you like to get coffee there?
We might just go there. Let's
Okay,
invest in our local community.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go pee.
Okay.
At, the apartment. And then, if you need to use the bathroom or grab something to eat, and then we could be on our way.
I wonder if one of these guys will go to the coffee station. They do need to go to, they do need to go here. So we'll see how this unfolds, my friends.
Cool.
James says welcome, Zero.
Oh, thank you, James. Thank you, James. Thank you for saying hi and whatnot. I'm going to go.
Okay.
Not like totally leave. I need the restroom because.
Sounds good. Bye. Okay, well, I'm going to go gather with places and look for a particular skill you're developing. One of my friends found me because I was diligently at work. I'm going to keep working on this skill at that location, and I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe a quest will be crafted by the end of this. Love the unicorn. Yeah, that's her girl bag, she says. And I guess there, I'm going to do a task that will help me feel better prepared for tomorrow. So, I'm going to put these in here. This is a routine I'm developing. We got a fighter card. Ah, I see here. A quest is being crafted. This is perfect. Guys, I love you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for joining me. I think it is about time to transition. I completed my routine several times today. Your attention has been so helpful. Just having your attention here gives me so much power. Power overwhelming, I might say. I'm going to work on this card here. And we're going to tell stories on the stage of battle where we're getting treasures. We're going to be learning things. Your characters might join us. Portal Master, do you have any final words, Portal Master, before we close this portal? Anything that I should say or do, or that we need to say, or is that coming in an email, or if you're still here? Knowledge is power. Yep, they told me that when I was a kid. Because I'm going to pack my portal back up. That's kind of what this card game is for me. It's a portal. It's a portal to a different way of thinking and living. And it's the portal that I'm taking with me. Seriously silly. Yes. Not too serious, not too silly. We are seriously silly. I like it. Maybe that's the name of the quest. We'll see. We got the ether people. I'll talk with my wife. Seriously silly. James. Oh. Okay. Yeah, these guys are seriously silly. That's kind of how you disarm fights, right? You're serious and you're silly. You dress up, you be a goofball. You call the shots of reaving in the battle game. I love it. Seriously silly. I love you guys. You all take care. We're shutting down the portal. So thank you, James, for coming. Thank you, everybody. Oh, this is James. Hey, James, if you ever want to evolve your character into one of these in the Chrysalis, you can. So you have this guy. If you like him, that's great. If you want multiple characters, you can always adopt one of them. So I think you get the message, James. If you're up here with me in the clouds of our thoughts, you're welcome to play this character. But I think I can only have one of you on here. I don't know if I can handle two Jameses. Oh, I do have two Jameses. I have two channels. Never mind. James, I see you up here. That's all I'm saying. I see you, friend. I see you all. Thank you, Wisdom is Mine. Thank you, whoever else is here. I think it's just you two. Mike, Reed, I don't know if you're still here. LOL. Yeah, there you go. You all take care.